Okay, so the bottom clock is real time where I am. Top clock is me capturing the clock that appears on the stream, so you can see exactly how.
Okay,
Oh no,
so
no,
the
no!
bottom
I don't want to hear
clock.
me. No, that's no good. I'll turn that off. Okay. So you can see the latency. Bottom clock is where I am in the future. Top clock is where you are in the past. And we will meet sometime in the future past. So those are. Yeah, it's not too good. That latency is not too good. That's 15 seconds, isn't it? So just going to do a short test here. What this test is going to be about is first, I'm just going. Well, first I wanted to see the latency. Second, I wanted to see if there was any problem with dropping frames. So far, no. I'm streaming at 720p, 60 FPS. The bitrate, I believe, is 3000K. Uh, so what I wanted to check was technical things like that. That part of it seems to be running fine. But of course, the main concern that people have with YouTube streaming is content ID, so I am just going to start off by playing some music that I know would get matched because that's happened before with these specific tracks. So I'm just going to play these for a couple minutes. You could enjoy them, and maybe the stream gets knocked offline because of it. We'll see if this actually happens. Someone's asking in the chat, what is Hitbox's time? On a good day, like 4 to 5 seconds. Like, it's much faster. On a bad day, it still would be less than 10. So yeah, this is really bad in comparison. So I'm gonna just, like I said, gonna play some music, and we'll see if the stream goes down. Oh, can I see the chat? Who's asking that? Soucan06 is asking if I can see the chat. Yeah, I can see you. You have no secrets from me. I'm going to play this music, and we'll see if the stream gets knocked off because of Content ID. I'm not seeing anything yet saying the stream's gonna go down. And I know for a fact that this track gets Content ID'd by YouTube, because this happened during one of the CDI streams when I was doing that prototype Mario game on that. So Content ID is definitely going to see this when the archived video goes up, but I am not seeing anything right now that says I should turn this off. Alright, so nothing yet. Seems to be going fine. Here's another track that got Content ID'd in another video. I'm not seeing anything that says I should turn this off. And for people wondering, I think someone mentioned it. Yeah, this track is from A Link Between Worlds, which was an excellent game. You should play that game. It's really good. That's what this track is from. So when I did a demo friend video of this track, it got content of this game. This track got content ID'd, which is why I'm playing it now. Man, nothing's going. Alright, I guess we'll just stop that. Yeah, so a couple Nintendo tracks to try to bring down the beast upon me. That's one of the companies that generally you will get a lot of content ID matches from. Another one is Konami. That's very traditional of Konami as well. So I just grabbed, the closest Konami game I had to me. So we'll actually play something here. Get this going. I mean, this is a game stream. Should play a game. Someone asking, what is the larger impact on my computer performance? Neither one is having an impact on my performance, I think. I mean, I'm streaming with OBS, either way. And I actually do have my CPU usage meter up right now, and I am not seeing anything unusual here, anything really high. So really it's, like I said, OBS, I'm streaming with that, the same way I stream with on Hitbox. So I don't think there's any CPU issues with actually streaming to either one. Wanted that song to play all the way through, just to make sure that Content ID heard me. I wanted to make sure YouTube could hear that, because if they wanted to shut it down, I mean, now's the time to say that they should do that. And I had to turn down the resolution on my incoming stream, because I was getting a whole lot of buffering once actual movement started happening in the game. And that hasn't happened with Hitbox, so I don't know what that was. So the second clock on there is now looks kind of terrible, because now my incoming stream is at lower quality, so it would stop buffering. People saying they've got 15 seconds of delay. Yeah, that was the difference that I saw when I first started the stream. It says it's longer now because the stream buffered, so my buffered clock now has a bigger difference from the real clock. Anyway, this place is like a ghost town, and we are trying to find our daughter, who has run off, apparently, after her irresponsible father crashed his car.
Cheryl? Is that Cheryl? Where are you going? Hey, wait! Stop!
Cheryl's running away, going into the fog. That wonderfully pixelated PS1 fog. I do admire Silent Hill for making the fog work for it. They wouldn't have been able to render the detail on this town without that fog on this system, so they did, they worked within their restrictions and they made something great because of it, and I admire that. We're running down this alley after our daughter, she doesn't want to get back in the car with Harry. You just saw what he did. He crashed the car. I wouldn't want to get back in the car with him either. Well, I'm going to put my incoming stream back to 720p and see if I still get buffering. That should make the incoming clock, the stream clock, but I don't know what to call it. The past clock, that should make it better quality. Nah, still buffering. That's so weird. I don't know why I'm getting so much buffering on the incoming stream. I have to turn it down to 480p so it doesn't do that. Anyway, night has fallen in like 2 seconds. I don't know. What was it doing here? And some irresponsible hospital staff have just left a lot of their supplies and corpses out in this alley.
What is this? What's going on here?
Yeah, some people mentioned that since I was buffering, I'm no longer live on the lag cam. Let me, let's see, pause my incoming stream and then start playing it again and see if that works.
Oh,
I'm just gonna...
I've been run over by a truck. But I'm alright, I guess.
Or stabbed by some kids. Either one. Either one.
You from around here? Why don't you tell me what happened?
Wait a second, I'm just a tourist. I came here for a vacation. I just got here.
Okay, so, interesting.
I'd like to find out myself.
It appears that when
Have you seen a little
I
girl?
pause the
Just
So yeah,
turned
pause the
7
video
last month.
and then play
Short,
it.
Black hair.
It doesn't go to
My daughter.
Sorry.
it doesn't go to whatever point in the stream is live. It just goes to it just starts off from where it left off.
I'd tell you if I knew, believe me.
Oh, you can just hit live and it'll skip to
From
live
what
view.
I can tell, something bizarre is going on. That's all I know. What's your name?
Harry. Harry Mason.
Sybil Bennett. I'm a police officer from Brams, the next town over. The phones are all dead, and the radio too. I'm going back to call in some reinforcements. Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
My daughter. I've got to find her.
No way. It's dangerous out there.
In that case, I need to find her now. Cheryl's my little girl. I can't just leave her out there by herself.
Have you got a gun?
No.
Take this, and hope you don't have to use it. Now listen to me. Before you pull the trigger, know who you're shooting. And don't do it unless you have to. And don't go blasting me by mistake. Got it?
Yeah, thanks.
You do best to stay nearby. I'll be back with help as quick as I can.
Okay, new clock. So hopefully that one is a bit more accurate in terms of what the latency is. Anyway, this nice cop we just met has given us a gun. So I don't think she is a very good police officer. There's pinball. It's nothing unusual, but I mean, we can't think about pinball because we have to find our daughter. Something flying in the back. There was something in the window. Anyway, the general impression that people have of YouTube gaming is that maybe it's not very good. That just seems to be what I've been hearing people saying about it. Just, just everything in terms of just the design of it, or in this case, the latency of it, or some people are talking right now about the chat format. So no one seems to really like it. At least what I've been seeing. I mean, granted, I have not seen the opinions of everyone in the world. That would just be difficult to do.
What's that? Huh. Radio. What's going on with that radio?
You see, this flyer is pissed about YouTube gaming. He's saying that he thought YouTube gaming was going to be a lot better, and he's trying to stream, and there's like a 30-second delay. Actually, right now, 20, something more like a 20-second delay, and he doesn't like it. He's like, "What? I was promised a premium gaming streaming experience." And then here comes YouTube Content ID shooting it over and over.
What's happening to this place?
And then YouTube Content ID stumbles out the door to see if there's any other streams that it should shoot dead. I mean, it seems like the main plus to to YouTube streaming, one is, I guess, is the quality. It's easier for people to get the quality they want, I think. I know this tops out at a higher bit rate than Twitch or Hitbox. I don't know what the top out is, but I've heard people streaming at much higher bit rates than those services allow. Anyway, Finney Street, Cheryl. The other thing I guess would be a positive is, I would assume that probably app support is better. It's been so long since I played this. Let's see. Okay, yeah, just turn here. I mean, that's just an assumption, but I would guess app support is probably better with YouTube. Though, I mean, it might not everyone everywhere is able to watch YouTube streams. Apparently, in Germany, you cannot watch these gaming streams at all. So it's just restricted in some places, whereas with other services, that wouldn't be the case. So it does seem like people like the player, YouTube's player itself, over Twitch or Hitbox, but a lot of the things around it, maybe not so much. So far, what's my impression of YouTube gaming, asks Insanity Requiem 1. Well, I mean, it's, at least they've improved it from the last time I used it, where you had to schedule your stream in advance.
Is it the Cheryl sketchbook?
They wanted you to schedule a time.
She's at the school.
It was real weird. And like I mentioned, the video quality does seem fine. It does seem good. As far as I can tell, the frame rate is fine, no problems. But the link to the channel only worked on mobile. You got a 404 on your PC. Oh no, I'm watching it on my desktop. I had no problem with that link. The issue, though, that I can see is that the latency is better than the last time I had tried YouTube streaming, where like it was almost a minute, I think. I mean, here it seems to be around 15 to 20 seconds, which is better, but that is still just not good enough. Let's see. I needed to find my way to the school, and in order to get my way to the school, I'm gonna have to go to the house that has 3 locks, so let's see if I can remember where the keys are without going to the house first. I think one of them is just straight ahead if I just keep going. Niflheim X saying that they had many issues with the Hitbox stream, but this one is watchable. Yeah, YouTube does seem to be better than Hitbox or Twitch when it comes to actually getting the video to you. And as you can see, it does have quality options, which you need to be a partner on Twitch or Hitbox to have. On YouTube, it just seems that you just automatically have them. So the actual streaming video part seems to be good. But there are some important parts that just are not up to snuff. Let's see. Am I trying to remember? I think I go down that one alleyway. That it there? Yeah, this is it. Someone was playing basketball with a dog's head. I don't know why you would do that. It doesn't even bounce. I mean, I guess maybe if you dribbled hard enough, but that's pretty hard. Alright, so I got one, I got two. Let's see, where was that third one? Trying to remember where the third one was. It's somewhere on the right side of the map. And I'll probably just go to the house and get it marked on the map so I can see where it actually is. Someone asking if I'm playing the whole thing. No, this is just a short test stream tonight. I just wanted to see what YouTube gaming was like, what the streaming was like, since, you know, this is the new big Twitch competitor. Going head-to-head with Twitch and Amazon. I just wanted to see what it was like, if it was any good, what enhancements it might have. And I mean, it seems to work better than Twitch did. Just in terms of the actual streaming video itself. It's been a while since I've used Twitch, though, so maybe Twitch improved itself since the last time I used it. That's possible. Am I going to do countdown for top scary games? Oh, man. Got to think about what the top 10 scary games are, and oh, I passed the alley, didn't I? The top 10 scary games are, and the wacky facial expressions that I would make when playing these games. Oh, right, there was an obstacle there. Okay. All right, the third key was in, like, the porch of a house. That's right. I don't think it's this house. But something similar to this. Let's see, well, it's not that, because it got blocked. So, oh, right, 11th Street. Let's go up that. I think that's where the house with the locks are. House with the locks is. The locks are in the house. Right, there's no dog around. Oh, right, I can't look in there, can I? Because I haven't found the note that tells me I need to look in the doghouse on 11th Street. So Harry will not think about looking in the doghouse. There's a key. I know there's a key in there. Harry is not going to look in that house. Let's see. Where do I have to go? Where was that? Where were those notes? Because I was just down here. And I don't think I saw anything. Oh no, okay. I passed by the notes. Doghouse, 11th Street. My God, says Harry, as he realizes what a fool he's been. Someone's asking what the difference is between the clocks. As a refresher, the bottom right clock is my clock. That's the real-time clock. That's what you're seeing as I play the game. The second clock is me screen capturing the incoming stream, so we can see what the latency is on this stream. And what does it say right now? It says, it's almost 30 seconds. Not quite, around 25. When I started the stream, the latency was around 15 seconds. Alright, look at this map. Keys for Eclipse. When I first played this game, for some reason I thought that they owned a Mitsubishi, and I thought I have to find the car keys. And I never got... When I found the keys, I didn't understand why they were not for a car. I wanted to take his Eclipse for a spin. Okay, so at the bottom of Elroy Street is where the third key is. Alright, so yeah, I have to walk all the way across there to turn right and turn left. Yeah, beginning of this game is just running across town, exploring, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to go. And then eventually, you piece it together. It says you're supposed to go to the school, but you can't figure out how to go to the school because all the roads are not, well, they're not blocked. But they're cut off because they have collapsed into infinite caverns, and you cannot pass them because they are infinite. And you have to try to figure out a way to get past all that to the school, which is in the lower left corner of the map. And eventually you find the house that has the locks in it, and you realize that you can pass through the house to get into the backyard and then continue on your way, but then the back door of the house is locked with 3 locks. Nope, that was too early. And the person who owns the house has hidden these keys all around town because they don't want anyone to get into the backyard, so they want to make this really secure. A bit too secure, but who am I to judge? They're probably dead by now. Alright, here it is. Steady. People mentioning buying Deadly Premonition again because Deadly Premonition Collector's Edition is coming out. I haven't really looked at what that is, but apparently it's a big box full of stuff. And is it? I think it's the PlayStation 3 version. At least that was the picture I saw of the Collector's Edition. So apparently that's coming out. PS3 exclusive. Says Kill's favs are full. His faves are full. Kel's got to make room in his faves because they are indeed full. He doesn't have any room for the Deadly Premonition Collector's Edition if those faves are full. Anyway, Harry Mason in Silent Hill, he is stuck in this town full of monsters, but he can't leave because his car's crashed and the way out of town is blocked. But he wouldn't leave even if he could. He has to find his little girl. He has to find Cheryl. I always found that to be a better motivation than most of the characters in the Silent Hill games. It's like he's not trying to find a way out, because he can't right now. I mean, he can't even think about that before he finds his daughter. So I think that's a good explanation for why he's not trying to find a way out, as opposed to someone like, you know, James, who, you know, just runs into some monsters and doesn't think anything of it. He's just gonna keep going. He's just gonna keep going. He doesn't care. He's cool. He's okay. Rapturicus asking how many Silent Hill games have I played through. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Homecoming. I did not play Origins, did not play Shattered Memories, though I've seen them. And I have Downpour. I played like the beginning of it and like intended to get back to it, but I never have. And then of course PT. Which doesn't exist. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's not something that ever came out. Actually, when I was setting up for this stream, I was thinking about getting some Silent Hill Homecoming going on. It's fortunate for you that the PC version isn't very good and doesn't run well. Doesn't want to run in windowed mode. It doesn't have support for it. Will I play the Silent Hill slot machine? I mean, I would need to go to Japan to do that. I would need to go to Japan to play some Silent Hill Pachinko, but if I was in Japan, I definitely would play some Silent Hill Pachinko, and don't forget about the Castlevania Pachinko that has erotic violence, just exactly how I like my violence. So, Konami is speaking all the right things to me with their new ventures. It's just a shame that I do not live in glorious Nippon. I'm in a school bus. These damn kids abusing the health drinks. You know, they shouldn't sell these to kids. They have taurine in them. You can't go out the back door of the school bus because they never let you do that. That's like the emergency door. That's not allowed. Quiche Lorraine is asking me if I'm playing anything good in my spare time. I've been playing actually tried out a few things this month. Actually, I was thinking about maybe making a video of the things that I've tried out this month that I didn't have the time to make a video of. I was thinking about doing that. Might do it. I mean, if I was going to do the games that I played this month, I would need to get working on that because the month is almost over. Someone's mentioning Damaris 103. No, it was Ben Jan is saying that you go out of the back of the bus on emergency prep day. That's correct. I remember those days where they actually opened up the back of the bus and let you go out. Oh man, someone's mentioning Silent Hill Pinball. If that existed, I would play so much of it. It's the best of both worlds, Silent Hill and Pinball. Two great tastes that now taste great together. And it's like the flippers would be like Pyramid Head's Great Knife. Look at this painting right here. Who would hang this up in a school? It's in bad taste. James, no, it's Harry, not James. Harry doesn't know who drew it. Maybe James did. Maybe when James and Mary came to Silent Hill years ago, maybe James drew that and donated it to the school, and that's the through line between Silent Hill 1 and 2. That's the connection. I wonder if the Silent Hill 2 pachinko machine has, like, a story. Does it have, like, a story? Does it, like, retell the story of Silent Hill 2? Someone's asking, who is that? That's if Matt is the case, is asking if I'm playing this on a PS1. I'm playing this actually on a PS3. It's the PS1 disc, but I just popped it in the PS3 as it was the quickest and easiest way to get this onto a stream. Whoop. I'm getting caught by these children with knives. The schools just aren't safe anymore. That's why they need the metal detectors and the security guards. Max Payne is asking why I have the time up, because Max Payne, all of us need to think about the seconds that go by, the seconds that remain in our lives. Like that Shadow Baby, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about what has he been doing with his life. As the seconds tick by, the minutes tick by, the days go by, and you think, I mean, have I been doing it right? Is this really all there is? Just wandering around in a school looking for a missing daughter who's been kidnapped by monsters, maybe? Maybe there's more. And maybe if you could go back in time a few seconds, like what the second clock has, you know, live those few seconds over again, maybe you would do it better. Elizabeth Motts is asking, how's reading comments on my end easier? I mean, it's not my usual setup in which it's actually very easy to read the comments. Right now, I'm just, like, moving my head back and forth between the game screen and the chat, so it's actually harder in this situation. But that's because in my usual setup, I have the chat positioned closer to the game, so there's less of a distance. Alright, let me think about what the first thing was. I have to find the hand. That's right, the science lab. There's a hand in a science lab, and I have to pour the acid on it to melt the hand. Link X Dokuganryu is asking if this works out, will YouTube become my primary streaming platform to streamline the YouTube conversion process? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Ziva Good Friend is asking me to recite YouTube comments about MGS5. Well, it's just the one comment, and that's going to be in K-Mix YouTube Reacts video, which is what I was referring to in the Twitter, in the tweets. That's what I was meaning. Someone's asking, Mega Marksman is asking, does the chat get added as the comments afterward? That's how YouTube streaming used to work, actually. I don't know if it still works like that. Like, I remember the first time I did a YouTube test stream, after it was done, there was like 1,000 comments, and I was like, what? What is that? That girl doesn't know either. And he's like, what? What's with all the comments? And it turned out it turned the chat into comments. I don't know if it still does that, but I guess we'll find out. Whoop. Should probably remember the button to kick. That would be useful. I am displaying some MLG esports quality Silent Hill play here, I know. Where are we going? We're trying to find the lab equipment room, so let me go all the way to the other side and shoot this child. Alright, here's where I need to be. And the music is getting dramatic to let me know that I should be in here. There, I found the chemical. I got it. Now I'm gonna go. You can go in here, and there's a hand. It's a creepy hand. It's gripping something. And let's see, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to pour the concentrated hydrochloric acid on the hand. I got the thing. Let's see, anything I need to go in here? Probably can just go downstairs for the time being and put the thing in the thing. Shadow Baby knows what I'm talking about. Okay, you just get real close to them and press X, and then you kick. I'm glad that kick can do the job that several bullets cannot. Some people saying that the stream is now buffering for them. It's actually not for me. It was before. Oh, now I'm in... That's too far down. I don't need to go in the basement. I don't need to go there. Some people were saying that it was buffering. It's not actually for me right now. Not seeing any buffering, at least when I glance at the stream. So, different performance for different people, it seems. So on my end, for most of the stream, both the video quality and the chat scrolling has been good, but I am seeing people saying that they're having some trouble with one or the other or both. Just going to glance at OBS for a second. Alright, OBS does not report any dropped frames, so things are still good on my end. And also, of course, so far there has been nothing that has indicated that I should be turning this off for Content ID, so... I mean, that's good. I think what I'll do is after the stream is over and this gets archived, I will post an image on Twitter of all of the Content ID matches that end up on the archive, so we can just see that. Reacher77 is asking if YouTube is going to go the way of Justin TV and excise all non-gaming content. I mean, I would really... No, I really doubt YouTube would get rid of non-gaming content, or I don't think they would separate out gaming and non-gaming from YouTube proper. You know, I would just think that they're probably... I think their plan is to have specialized sections like this for different subjects. And they're starting off with gaming, because gaming is one of the most important... most popular genres on the site. Of course, we all do know that PewDiePie has the most subscribers and such. So gaming is a very important thing for YouTube to pay attention to, so they are trying to make their own section for this to start with, and they seem like they want to do it for other genres as well. I would assume that on the main YouTube site, everything is still going to be combined. At least I would guess. I don't think they would separate it out. Alright, here's the music room. Alright, here's his piano, and there's a poem on the wall. Written in blood. First is Pelican, then came the Dove. Let's see, first is Pelican, then the Dove is as far behind the Dove as possible. I forget if Pelican is on left or right, so I'm gonna guess, we'll start off by guessing right. Or what was on left? Might have been left. Raven flies in higher than Dove. Swan comes in next to something else. Then Crow comes quickly to a stop. Let's see how this went. Does this mean anything? I don't know. Actually, I think I want to start with that, is it? Okay. That's that one, okay. No, that was the wrong order. Alright, so let's see. It's been a while, like I said, since I tried playing this game. There it is. So left was in front and right was in back. The fastest bird was on the left. Let's see, now I have to go back downstairs. Glancing at the chat, people talking about using Chrome or Firefox and not having a problem. Did not see the beginning of that conversation, so I'm not sure what it was about. Let me take a look at that buffering. It's at... what is it at? It seems like that's getting worse. What is that, 35 seconds now? About that. It's like slowly getting worse. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, it was at 15 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna put the thing in the thing. Thing is now in the thing. Alright, one more thing we have to do. And the music's getting dramatic because I am nearing the end of the puzzles. Let's see. Need to go down to the basement. Where's that basement? Alright. Is that door still locked? I guess let's find out. Little Undead saying that I have to save this daughter. I'm running out of all of the daughters. I know. I have almost no daughters left. I have to save all of them. Or at least just the one. Otherwise, I mean, if I lose too many daughters, they're gonna stop replacing them. Mega Marksman says, how much longer do I plan to stream? Maybe. I mean, it's been an hour. That's longer than I expected it to be, so maybe we'll just do it for a couple more minutes. Maybe I'll just get the thing from the basement and then put it in the clock, and then maybe that'll be it. Maybe that's long enough. It seems like a pretty good test anyway. And here's the thing. Gotta press the thing. Yeah, I want to press it. I pressed the thing. Might as well unlock that door while I'm here. Nefutius is asking if I will continue this game, or is this a one-off? This is just a one-off. This is just to test things out. This is not intended to be a full playthrough. Alright, I did all three things. I'm gonna open this door. Go downstairs. Go across the room into the door that says keep out.
What?
I think that was cut off.
Have I been here before? I don't remember this being here before.
Someone's asking, am I going to be occupied next week with MGS5 or Mad Max? I mean, I don't have time to play either of those. I have some Realms of the Haunting to play. I have to get that ready. I need to LP that game. I seem to remember that this is where the game got hard. The game kind of stops messing around at this point. Richard 2K is asking to please stream more Star Control 2. That is that is something that I had intended to do more of, but then never got to it. And Let Undead is saying that both I Love My Dog and I Have My Cat on the 3DS both now have demos on the eShop. Well, that is valuable information to know, that we can love both of our dog and our cat. May need to look into that at some point. Someone's saying I need to melee more. The way I seem to remember this game going is that I would use the gun in the school. I would use it a lot. And then once I got to the hospital, I would use melee on the doctors and the nurses. So even though I used a lot of ammo here, I would make up for it in the hospital. At least that's how I seem to remember it going. Already wasn't here. Nope. Can't get in there. Alright, what did I miss? Which door did I miss? Let's see. Oh, the hall. Missed that one. This was, when I first played this game, this was the point, I think, where it really hooked me. Like, before that, I was just sort of getting familiar with it, and it just seemed like maybe a more technically impressive version of Resident Evil. But this was where, like, it really started to, make itself known that this was something a bit different. This was not Resident Evil. And I mean, the whole Silent Hill transforming into evil Silent Hill is a cliche now, but, back then, when it was the first time that you ever saw it happen, that was such a thing. And Let Undead is mentioning that this is the school from Kindergarten Cop. Yes, Kindergarten Cop was used as reference material, apparently, in the making of the school of Silent Hill 1, which is very funny and charming. Soda Raptor is asking me what is my favorite Silent Hill game. It's this one. I still do think Silent Hill 1 was the best one. Anyway, the tasteless drawing is now an actual door. I think this is the teleporter, teleporting bathroom. Due to the load times when we go in. Let's see if it is. Yeah, it's this one. People talking about which is the better game, 1, 2, or 3. I'm just wondering, is everyone pretty much in agreement that the worst Silent Hill was Homecoming? Because that really seemed to me to kind of be the bottom. Do people consider any of the others to be worse than Homecoming? Apparently there is disagreement, some people saying Origins was the worst, some people saying Downpour was the worst, some people saying Homecoming is indeed worst, some people saying Homecoming is awful but 4 is terrible. So apparently there is no consensus on what is the worst Silent Hill. And what was that? Yeah, 81 Restin says that we have not played the Pachinko game yet. It's true. None of us have played Silent Hill Pachinko. I mean, that's probably going to be one of the better ones. I would think. Probably. Someone asking if Origins was a PSP title. Originally, it got ported to the PS2. And yeah, Silent Hill 4, I really liked the ideas, I really liked the atmosphere. I thought there was good stuff in that. I liked the room, but the gameplay was just terrible. It was an incredible slog. Mr. Sunobozu asking how good is Realm of the Haunting. I think Realm of the Haunting is really good, actually. There's some problems with it, like I think the ending is disappointing, but for the most part, I think it is pretty good.
Cheryl!
Cheryl always just hangs up the phone before you're done talking. Like, she says what she has to say, and she doesn't even consider that you might have something to add. She just says it and then hangs up, and you're like, Cheryl, and then no. And she doesn't pick up when you call her again. You're just going to have to wait until she gets home. Let's see. Trying to think about what the objective is. I think I'm trying to get up to the roof. I think that's what I'm doing at this point. Okay, let's see. Because I remember I used the rubber ball up on the roof. Because where else would you use the rubber ball? It's a good thing Harry picked up that rubber ball. He just had a feeling that maybe he might need to use it. A little stuck. Chunky Milk is asking me if I would use the YouTube chat or the IRC if I started streaming on YouTube regularly. I think it's too early to ask that, because I really don't know if I would be streaming on YouTube regularly. I mean, just the latency is an issue. Like, that's, for me, live streaming is supposed to be as live as possible, and having a large latency is actually a very big issue for me. Anyway, we hear some creepy rattling in a locker. Where's that locker? Here it is. No, there's nothing inside. Why did you think something was inside? It's actually a pretty good jump scare the first time through. It builds up the tension with the rattling locker, and then you open it and nothing's in there, and you're like, oh, that's odd. And then a couple seconds later, kaboom, body out of locker. Works as alright. It's okay. Let's see. Is that the library key I think I picked up? Yeah, library reserve key. AJ New Table is asking, doesn't streaming like this have to go through Content ID? So far, Content ID has had nothing to say. I assume that when I stop the stream and the video gets archived, I assume that at that point, it'll get ID'd. But as for right now, as for live, it's, nothing's been happening. Shadowhog, you're saying that something tells you that PVG would not be able to play anything here. I have a feeling you're right. I have a feeling PVG might run into issues with the style of games that PVG tends to like to play. Is there an option to not archive a video after you finish streaming? I did see a checkbox that said to make the video private, which I guess is the closest you could do, because then once, if the video's private, you could just delete it, and technically it never goes out. Anyway, this book is talking about a lot of nonsense. The supernatural doesn't exist. This is just a school that has really... its maintenance budget has gone way down. They just don't have the money to keep things up to code. That's really all that's going on. Alright, so let's see. Looks like we're heading towards the downstairs. Though I thought I remember that we were going to the roof. But apparently we have to go down to get up. Except these are locked. I mean, I guess I should just go unlock that door up there. There's no reason to keep it locked. Okay, those two doors are locked, and I don't... Oh, wait, there are some upstairs over there. I have to go up there to get to the roof. Alright, here we are on the roof. And on the roof, it's dark and it's raining, and there's a hole. And let's look in the hole. There's a hanging key. I don't know how it got down there. Probably some damn kids playing around with that key. And they dropped it in there. And then there's this thing. But before we use this thing, we have to go over here. No, not over there. We have to go over to this one. Nothing special. And let me put this in here. Someone asking if I prefer this over Hitbox. As I've mentioned, Hitbox has much lower latency, which I prefer. I mean, as far as a technical perspective, there's no difference on my end streaming to YouTube and streaming to Hitbox. So there's no issue with my computer or anything like that, or my setup. I'm using OBS for either way. But I really prefer the latency of Hitbox, though the video quality of YouTube does seem to be probably better, and it does give you quality options, and it's probably easier on your end to actually watch it with a variety of devices. Key went down the drain. It's gone. I did a good job. I washed that key down the drain. Alright, let me get all the way down there. Turn right and run all the way down. Someone asking if everyone's pumped for the RE2 remake. I hope the RE2 remake is good. If they make it like the RE1 remake, I would be very happy. Alright, now somewhere around here, while the music bangs away, Alright, there it is. Let's see, where was the locked door? I guess I didn't unlock that door, did I? I'm gonna have to go all the way back around. Let's see. Yep, there are the locked doors over there. Joe, head down there with my new classroom key. Luke is asking if we can expect more YouTube streams in the future. Well, this is just a test. I mean, I really don't have any plans past this. I just wanted to see how this ran. Whether it ran well or if there were any problems with it. Where do I usually stream? Well, you can catch the normal streams at supergreatfriend.moe/livestream. Alright, I'm getting down to the school basement. Alright, this thing. Don't remember what the combo is, so I'm just gonna have to guess. Okay. Okay, let's see. Now, let me go the other way on that. Let me pull that back. I used to have... Whoops, didn't mean to do that one. I used to have all this memorized, but that was a long time ago. Oh, there it is. Alright, and so by the light of a flaming man, we have encountered a lizard. Now shoot this lizard. Shoot him in his big dumb face. Look at this lizard. He's so big and dumb. He doesn't even have a gun. Alright, so now he gets serious, and he's gonna try to eat me, so I better equip my big gun. The monster lurks, and so does the shotgun. The Shotgun Lurks by Leonard Rhine. Now the screen gets all motion blurry and looks real cool. I always like that effect.
What was that? Who in the hell was that?
What was that? Where am I, says Harry? Well, Harry is on a YouTube stream. And I guess that's enough for the YouTube stream. Someone asked, was this emulated or real hardware? I'm playing the PS1 disc on a PlayStation 3, since they can all play PS1 games. So that's it for the test stream. It's been an hour and a half, which is much longer than I intended. I intended to go like 15 minutes or something. But this was a lot longer. We started off playing a couple of forbidden Nintendo tracks that will surely get content ID'd, and we played a bunch from a Konami game, a Silent Hill game, which Konami is always sure to content ID. And so far, I have not gotten anything that indicates that I should be turning the stream off. And the stream has not been forced off. You know, the reason I did this was because some people had said that if you get content ID'd during a stream, that the stream would get cut off until you stopped the music. And that did not happen in this case. So I don't know what that was about, because this, everything went well. I'm sure that when I archive the video, I'll get a whole bunch of content ID on that. And like I said, I'll post the image of that to YouTube so you can see what gets marked for that. But nothing actually happened during the live stream itself. At the beginning of the live stream, there was a 15-second latency according to the clocks. I'm looking at it now, an hour and a half later, and that's like around a 25-second latency. I don't know how accurate it is now, or if it had anything to do with buffering video. So, I mean, the video quality is good, frame rate's good. It's been a pleasant experience streaming on YouTube. The big problem for me has a lot to do with that latency, which I just would not be able to do anything about. By the way, this is on YouTube's fastest setting. You can also set it to a slower setting, because that would have less buffering, but this is the fastest setting. So this is probably the lowest latency that we would be able to get. So this has been a test stream. I'll turn it off now, and we'll see how fast it takes for it to go up. I don't know if I'll do any more test streams. You know, I'm always interested in taking a look at new streaming services, new streaming solutions. So I don't know, maybe I'll do more tests. I'm not sure, but this was just a test just to see how this went, and it went okay, aside from the latency. So I will see you around, and have a good night. And Harry Mason should also have a good night, and I hope he finds his daughter. I'll see you around.